A gripping story or question that shakes the audience emotionally. Example: how many times in life have you been underestimated by others, or even worse, by yourself? What if I told you that the very things people doubt about you can become the very things that make you unstoppable? There is a hidden strength in being underestimated. When people look at you and decide you are not capable, when they whisper that you don't have what it takes, they are unknowingly giving you a gift. They are lowering the weight of expectation, but in that space, you gain the freedom to surprise, to shock, to rise beyond the limits they placed on you. Being underestimated is not a curse, it is fuel for the fire inside your soul. Don't think about it. When no one believes in you, you learn to believe in yourself. When people doubt you, you learn to fight harder, sharper, with more persistence than those who were handed opportunities easily. The underestimated don't just dream, they grind, they hustle. They carve their destiny with their own hands. And every time someone looks past you, every time someone ignores your potential, you are quietly building the strength that one day will shake the ground they stand on. It is often the underestimated who go the farthest. Why? Because nothing was ever given to them freely. They weren't chosen, they weren't applauded, they weren't crowned. They had to create their own path, and that journey, filled with silence, rejection, and hard nights, forges something stronger than talent or luck. It forges unshakable resilience. When you are underestimated, people don't see you coming, and that is your greatest advantage. While they overlook you, you are preparing. While they doubt you, you are sharpening. While they laugh, you are growing. And when the time comes, the world will not just see who you are, they will be stunned by who you've become. History has always favored the underdog. Some of the greatest names we celebrate today were once dismissed, doubted, and underestimated. They were told they weren't good enough, that their dreams were too big, their abilities too small, their vision too unrealistic. Yet, it was precisely this doubt that pushed them to rise higher than anyone expected. Think about Michael Jordan, cut from his high school basketball team. Coaches didn't see the legend in him, they only saw a player who wasn't good enough. But Jordan used that pain, that humiliation, as his driving force. He didn't stop. He worked harder, longer, and sharper than everyone else. And today, his name echoes as one of the greatest athletes the world has ever known. Or consider Oprah Winfrey, who was told she wasn't fit for television. Imagine if she had believed those words. Instead, she turned every rejection into fuel, every setback into preparation. Today, she stands as a symbol of empowerment, not because the world believed in her, but because she refused to let underestimation define her. Even innovators like Thomas Edison faced ridicule. Thousands of failed attempts at the light bulb led many to call him a failure. But Edison saw each failure not as proof of weakness, but as a step closer to success. And through the very struggle that others mocked, he illuminated the world. These stories are not just history, they are proof. Proof that being underestimated is not an ending but a beginning. The underdog learns to fight with heart, to push past fear, and to rise when no one expects it. And when they finally arrive, the world is forced to stand in awe, realizing they had overlooked greatness all along. Pain is one of the most underestimated forces in life. When people doubt you, when doors slam in your face, when criticism cuts deeper than a knife, it hurts. There's no denying that. But hidden inside that pain is an energy that can transform your life if you choose to use it. Every insult, every rejection, every time someone says you can't, you are given a choice to let it break you or to let it build you. The people who rise, the ones who rewrite history, are not those who had it easy. They are the ones who turned their wounds into weapons, their scars into strength. Think about it. Pain sharpens you in ways comfort never can. Comfort makes you soft, but struggle hardens your spirit. Every sleepless night spent working, every failure that leaves you questioning yourself, every moment you feel overlooked, it is in those very moments that your true power is being formed. The fire of pain is what forges warriors. When people underestimate you, it hurts. But that hurt is proof that you are still alive, still fighting, still capable of writing a different ending. Instead of hiding from pain, embrace it. Instead of running from rejection, use it as fuel. Say to yourself, I will show them. I will rise. I will become the person they thought I could never be. Because the truth is this: greatness is not born in ease. It is born in the storm, in the struggle, in the pain you thought would destroy you, but instead, it awakens a version of you that nothing can stop. The greatest battle you will ever face is not against the doubters, the critics, or the people who underestimate you. The greatest battle is against yourself. Too often, we are our own harshest critics. We look in the mirror and see what we lack instead of what we carry. We replay our failures more than our victories. And before the world even has a chance to underestimate us, we've already underestimated ourselves. This is dangerous because when you doubt yourself, you weaken your own power. You clip your own wings before you've even tried to fly. Think about how many dreams have died, not because they were impossible, but because someone convinced themselves they weren't good enough to chase them. The world never saw their brilliance because they buried it beneath fear and self-doubt. But here's the truth. The person you look at every morning in the mirror holds more potential than you can imagine. You've survived things that once felt unbearable. You've overcome moments that could have broken you completely. That alone is proof that you are stronger than you give yourself credit for. So why underestimate yourself? Why believe the lies of fear when you have already proven, time and time again, that you are capable of rising? The voices of doubt will always be there, both from outside and within. But you must make a choice to silence them, to push past them, and to believe that you are worthy of greatness. Because when you stop underestimating yourself, when you finally see your own power, the world has no choice but to see it too. There is a quiet power in working when no one is watching. In a world obsessed with attention, recognition, and instant applause, true greatness is often built in silence. The silent grind is where discipline lives. It's where dreams are shaped, not in the spotlight, but in the shadows. In the hours when everyone else is sleeping, doubting, or wasting time. The silent grind means showing up even when no one claps for you. It means putting in the work that no one sees, the endless repetitions, the sacrifices, the sweat that never makes it to social media. Because the truth is, the results that shock the world are created by the work the world never saw. When people underestimate you, it's tempting to shout back, to prove them wrong immediately with words. But words fade, actions echo. Silence has its own strength. Every hour you spend sharpening your skills, every moment you invest in becoming better, you are planting seeds. They don't sprout overnight, but one day, when the time is right, those seeds will grow into undeniable proof of who you are. Think of the great athletes, artists, leaders. What separated them was not just talent, but relentless consistency in the shadows. They were not waiting for validation. They were building in silence, preparing for the moment the world could no longer ignore them. The silent grind is about patience. It's about trusting the process even when results are not visible yet. It's about knowing that the effort you give today, though invisible, will one day become the force that silences every doubt. Because while others underestimate you, your silent grind is turning you into something unstoppable. Greatness is never built in one giant leap, it is built in countless small steps that often feel invisible, unimportant, or too ordinary to matter. But those small steps are the foundation of every dream. A single drop of water may seem powerless, but given time, it can carve through solid stone. In the same way, your small daily actions, repeated with consistency, hold the power to transform your life. The problem is, we often underestimate what small progress can do. We think success requires something dramatic, something massive, something instantly visible. And when results don't show up immediately, we get discouraged. But the truth is this: the invisible work you put in today is silently building tomorrow's victory. One page read, one workout completed, 1 hour of practice each may seem insignificant alone, but together they create unstoppable momentum. Think of the tallest skyscrapers in the world. Before they touched the sky, workers spent months laying a foundation under groundwork no one could see. But without that hidden work, the building could never stand. Your small steps are that foundation. Even when no one notices, even when you feel stuck, every effort is preparing you for the day when your results will speak louder than words. Never underestimate the power of persistence in the little things. A small step forward every day is better than a big leap followed by giving up. Over time, those small steps accumulate into something extraordinary. And when you look back, you'll realize the person you've become was built not by one moment of greatness, but by the daily decision to keep moving. Even when progress seemed invisible. No matter who you are or what dream you chase, there will always be critics. There will always be voices telling you that you're not ready, not worthy, not capable. Doubters will surround you, some out of jealousy, some out of fear, and some simply because they cannot see beyond their own limitations. And if you're not careful, their words can become chains that hold you down. But here's the truth: critics don't define you. They only reveal themselves. When someone tells you that you can't do something, they're really speaking about their own limits, not yours. Their disbelief is not a reflection of your potential, it is a reflection of their vision. You must never let their blindness dictate your future. Facing critics is not about fighting back with anger or wasting energy proving yourself too soon. It's about using their doubt as fuel. Let their words sting, but don't let them stop you. Let them remind you why you started. Let them add more fire to the drive that pushes you forward. Because nothing silences critics louder than undeniable results. Think of every great achiever in history. They were doubted first. The world laughed at the Wright brothers before they flew. People mocked Edison before the light bulb lit the darkness. Doubt is not the enemy of success. Doubt is the echo that tells you you're on the edge of something extraordinary. So when critics speak, don't shrink, don't hide, stand tall. Listen if you must, but then move forward with even more determination. Their doubt is not your destiny. It is the backdrop against which your greatness will shine even brighter. Every person has a defining moment, a point where the choices you make will shape the rest of your life. It is the moment when doubt surrounds you, when the world questions your worth, and when your own fears whisper that you cannot go further. This is the moment that separates those who remain ordinary from those who rise above. Unstoppable and unshakable. To rise above means to step into your power. Even when circumstances seem impossible, it means refusing to let the opinions of others, the weight of failure, or the fear of the unknown dictate your actions. It is the decision to stand tall when every force around you tries to push you down. The defining moment is not always grand or dramatic. It can be quiet, almost invisible, but it is unmistakable. It is the point when you choose courage over comfort, action over hesitation, and belief over doubt. Those who rise above understand that challenges are not barriers, they are tests of your strength, character, and commitment. The storms you face, the obstacles you stumble over, and the people who underestimate you are not there to defeat you. They are there to reveal just how much power you truly have within. Each struggle, each setback, each moment of resistance is preparing you for the breakthrough that is waiting on the other side. When you rise above, you take control of your narrative. You become the author of your own story, no longer defined by limitations, criticism, or fear. Every decision to push forward, every step taken despite doubt, moves you closer to a version of yourself that the world cannot ignore. And in that moment, when you finally break free from what holds you back, the magnitude of your potential becomes undeniable. Never underestimate the power that lives inside you. Too often, we allow the doubts of others, or even our own fears, to dictate what we believe we can achieve. But inside your heart, inside your mind, there is a force waiting to be unleashed, a strength so powerful that it can overcome every obstacle, silence every critic, and transform every setback into a stepping stone toward greatness. Think about all the moments you were told you couldn't. Every time someone looked at you and doubted your abilities, they unknowingly handed you the fuel to rise higher than they ever imagined. Every challenge, every rejection, every moment of disbelief is not meant to stop you. It is meant to reveal your courage, your persistence, and your resilience. You are stronger than your fears. You are braver than the voices that say you cannot. You are capable of achieving more than you have ever dared to imagine. The world may not see it yet, and some may continue to underestimate you. But the truth cannot be hidden. When you believe in yourself, when you take action despite doubt, when you push forward when everyone else steps back, you become unstoppable. Every small step you take, every quiet effort. Every silent grind builds the foundation for your greatness. Every failure, every struggle, every moment of pain is not the end, it is the beginning of the version of you that the world will one day admire. You have the power to rise, to overcome, to achieve, and to inspire. So stand tall. Trust yourself. Keep moving forward with unwavering determination. The fire inside you is stronger than anything outside. Never underestimate it. Never underestimate yourself. And above all, never let the world define what you are capable of achieving.